Muy buenos días todos y bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. We are transmitting live from Nortevisión, Channel 10 here in Orange Walk, and right across from the IT Vet compound. And we have arrangements with cable providers that permits our signal to be seen throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. So if you're in Corozal, or you're in Benki, or you are in Punta Gorda, believe me, just keep on searching. You will find Channel 10 on the list of channels viewed. If you're not on cable and you live within the vicinity of Orange Walk, you can very simply catch the off-the-air transmission, which is Channel 10, the real Channel 10, and but you have to be living within a radius of 20 miles, and it's absolutely clear and free. Buenos días todos. También we want to emphasize the fact that we are live on the internet. Very simply go to the YouTube program, and there is a live stream there. You very simply have to put in Sugar City Morning Show for the date that you want to see. Un gran gusto saludarles, compañeros. ¿Cómo se encuentran? Hoy es jueves y hoy es el 3 de mayo. Y un día algo caluroso. Bueno, estamos en mayo. ¿Qué esperamos? Estamos en mayo al final del día. Y mayo por lo general tiende a ser bastante caluroso. Y de vez en cuando sí recibimos algunas lluvias, algunos tormentas, pero eso ya es más para el final de mayo, porque pues ya los frentes de frío ya no bajan suficientemente al sur para poder afectarnos directamente. Pero de vez en cuando sí baja uno que otro, pero no es como por decir que bajara la temperatura o algo por el estilo. Pero lo que sí hace es que provoca lluvia, porque el frío y el calor no congenian y hay una reacción atmosférica. Compañeros, bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show. Me da mucho gusto platicar con gente cuando salgo por el día y que me digan, sabes, te veo cada día. Tal y tal y tal. Eh, bueno, es bastante, es bastante animador saber que las personas nos ven y les gusta nuestra programación. Un gran gusto, compañeros. Como siempre, empezamos nuestro programa con una oración y esa es una de las cosas que me dicen. Así que hoy no vamos a faltar, hoy no es excepción. Hoy vamos a continuar con el programa con nuestra oración, dándole gracias a Dios por todo lo que nos da, porque al final del día Él pone propósito a la vida, Él le pone orden a la vida. Quieras o no aceptarlo, o puedas aceptarlo o no, créeme que es correcto reconocer quién te da la vida, quién, porque tiene que haber un poder superior. Las cosas no vienen de la nada. Tiene que haber alguien que lo puso aquí. Padre, te damos las gracias por todo. Por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas que me das. Gracias por tu misericordia y tu gracia, por tu paciencia, por tu perdón. Gracias por todas estas cosas, Padre. Gracias por el bienestar, por mis familiares, por mis compañeros de trabajo, por mis amistades, por todos que se unen a esta oración en este momento. Padre, muchas gracias. Te doy las gracias por las experiencias que nos das, que a través de nuestra conciencia tú nos hablas y nos dices, ahí está haciendo bien, ahí está haciendo mal. El humano no va de santidad a hacer a lo malo así inmediatamente. Tú siempre, Padre, estás con nosotros y provees un camino para nosotros. Permítenos, Padre, hoy ser humildes, poder hacer tu voluntad, Permítenos, Padre, hoy ser más generosos, amorosos, considerados y sensibles a las necesidades de otras personas. Permítenos, Padre, en corto, a ser mejores personas y no entrar en discusiones vanas y tontas. Padre, te pido también por aquellas personas que más lo necesitan, los enfermos, los ancianos, los niños desamparados. Por todos nosotros también, Padre, que tengamos un bonito día. Te pedimos en tu nombre de Jesucristo. Te alabamos, te glorificamos y bendecimos tu nombre siempre. Amén. Vamos a ir directamente ahora. Al pronóstico del tiempo. Si simplemente supieran la ranfla de amistades que tenemos aquí, que muchas veces me pregunto si son amistades de veras o si están aquí simplemente para colmar tu paciencia. Pero yo he aprendido sobre el curso de los meses y los años a poder lidiar con ellos. Así que se los voy a explicar al rato. General weather forecast for today, Thursday, May the 3rd. Y by the way, si hoy estás cumpliendo años, te felicito, te envío atentos saludos y muchas felicidades. Que la pases muy bien. ¿Qué deseas en la vida? Tener buena salud, tener prosperidad, estar en paz contigo mismo, con tus familiares y con tu Dios. ¿Qué más quieres? Ser feliz, tener paz en tu corazón. General fair weather prevails. The 24-hour forecast. Sunny with cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will be isolated, but slightly more will affect southern areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east at 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed light chop. Temperatures along the coast, a maximum of 87 degrees Fahrenheit, a low of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Inland, we're going all the way up to 93 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 72. And in the hills, a high temperature of 82 degrees and a low of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. There are no advisors in place, and at this moment, I'd like to pause and tell you that today is the 3rd, within 29 days, we should be beginning the hurricane season. Yes, as quick as that. It's going to be upon us. The 1st of June is when the hurricane season begins. So we only have to finish the month of May, and right smack, we're into hurricane season. Now, generally, hurricanes don't come in the month of June, but we cannot discount the possibility that one or two may come as tropical storms or something. Actually, we have had storms in the month of May previously. So let's just begin to be conscious of the fact that come June 1st, especially those people who are constructing, those people who are just about to move into their house, but the windows are not in yet and the doors are not in yet, so you have to hurry. You have to hurry. For Friday and Friday night, the outlook is for isolated showers, except for a few more showers with isolated thunderstorms over inland areas Friday afternoon and over the southern area Friday night. The tides, a low tide this morning at 5:33, and that occurred. A high tide this morning at 25 minutes before noon. A second low tide at 1 minute before 7 tonight, and a second high tide tomorrow morning at 6 minutes before 1. The sun rose this morning at 25 minutes after 5, and the sun sets this evening at 30 minutes after 6. The moon sets today at 8:15 because it's out, and the moon will rise tonight at 25 minutes before 10, and that is tonight. Thank you, forecaster Francisca Wellington, for this information. I noticed that you've posted on the web from 22 minutes after 5, and we must recognize that you have been up and about and doing your job from way before most of us. So I'd like to thank you for the work that you do. Buenos días, compañeros. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, jueves 3 de mayo. Y la situación general es de que hoy tendremos buen tiempo. Generalmente el mes de mayo es bastante caluroso y seco. De vez en cuando conseguimos una que otro chubasco, pero por lo general no sucede, simplemente es bastante caluroso. Nada más para recordar de que hay un cambio drástico en el clima entrando mayo, junio. Mayo tiende a ser bastante caluroso. Lo bueno es de que también hemos tenido bastantes vientos que pues, nos ayudan a refrescar, pero tan pronto el 1 de junio ya estamos en lo que es la temporada de huracanes. Así que esto simplemente es un recordatorio para las personas que pudieran ser afectadas y que deben saber de que tan pronto el 1 de mayo ya estamos en la temporada de huracanes. No te estoy diciendo que del mes de junio va a venir huracanes, por el amor de Dios, pero simplemente les estoy diciendo que ya estaremos en temporada de huracanes y que hay que poner nuestro plan, hacer nuestro plan de emergencia para esos meses cuando estamos bajo de la vigilancia. Estamos en vigilancia de los huracanes. No todo el tiempo nos va a suceder de que el huracán se va al norte y posiblemente pudiera venir uno cerca y hay que estar preparados, compañeros. Esa es la plena y neta verdad. Para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad. Hoy durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado por la noche. Perdón. Chubascos estarán aisladas, pero el sur, como siempre, verá un poquito más de lo que el resto del país ve. Y eso se explica simplemente por el hecho de que el sur es montañoso y entonces... y la cosa es de que las montañas llegan casi a la costa, así que, pues cuando las nubes entran, tienen que elevarse y tienen que tumbar su carga, porque si no ya están muy pesadas. Los vientos del este de 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado. Temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 87 grados y 78 grados como una mínima. En el interior del país, 93 grados Fahrenheit como una máxima y 72 como una mínima. Y por las colinas, compañeros, 82 grados como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. No hay advertencias en lugar. Se espera que mañana viernes y viernes por la noche se vean chubascos aislados. Es más, uno aquí, uno allá, uno por ahí, pero no es como si no son como si fuera tempestades, tormentas grandes que cubren grande cantidad de territorio. No es nada por el estilo. Sí, algunos al sur verá en el interior del país existe la posibilidad de tener tormentas aisladas por la tarde mañana. Ahora, no define si es en el norte o en el centro o en el sur, simplemente se mantiene abierta la posibilidad de que en el interior del país pudieran haber tormentas aisladas, ¿ok? Y esto se extiende al sur del país por la noche. Así que mañana viernes por la tarde, posiblemente tormentas aisladas y en el sur por la noche. Una marea baja hoy sucedió a las 5:33, una marea alta a las 11:35 esta mañana, una segunda marea baja a las 7:01 o por la noche y una segunda marea alta mañana a las 12:54, es más, la 1:06. El sol salió hoy, compañeros, a las 5:25 y el sol se oculta hoy por la tarde a las 6:13. Vamos a ver de que de ahora al mes de junio, aproximadamente el 21 de junio, cuando empieza lo que es el verano, summer, porque aquí decimos verano para el tiempo de cuando no llueve, abril, mayo. Pero en realidad, si estuviéramos refiriéndonos a las temporadas, entonces, que es primavera, el otoño, el verano, pero como aquí eso no vivimos esas temporadas, por decir, pronunciadas, como en otros países, pronunciadas, porque sí tenemos un tantito de ello. ¿Qué resulta? Es de que el verano en realidad empieza oficialmente por todo el mundo aproximadamente el 21 al 22 de junio. Estaremos viendo desde ahora hasta el 22 de junio un proceso de que el sol se estará ocultando más tarde y rápidamente. Es más, estará sucediendo esto. Así que si el sol se oculta hoy a las 6:13, entre unas semanas se estará ocultando a las 6:20 o sucederá de que cuando lleguemos al mes de junio ya estará ocultándose casi a las 6:30. Ya luego entonces, tan pronto el 21 o 22 de junio, cuando es la fecha límite, entonces empezamos el proceso de nuevo de días más cortos y noches más largas y días más cortos. Y eso ha sucedido año tras año, por años y por muchos millones de años, compañeros. No es nada nuevo. La luna se oculta hoy por la mañana a las 8:15 y la luna sale hoy por la noche a las 10 de la noche menos 25 minutos. Muchas gracias, Francisca Wellington, por esta información, y también hay que reconocer el trabajo de las otras personas que están trabajando ahí en el Met Service, que pues están desde las 5 compilando información y poniéndolo en su sitio web para que personas como yo y otras personas lo podamos compartir con ustedes. Hay que reconocer el buen trabajo que hace la gente. Recordándoles también, compañeros, cuando son las 7:21, de que este es el mes de las mamacitas. Carmelita tendrá su función para las queridas madres el 13 de mayo, es más, el próximo domingo, no el siguiente, el próximo, el otro, de las 2 a las 7 de la noche, y todas las mamás de la aldea son invitados. Tenemos que agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores, compañeros. Estamos hablando de el honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor German Vega y el señor Eduardo Vega, que nos patrocinan fielmente con sus anuncios. Muchas gracias. También a los señores dueños de Gillette Meat Shop, a Papito Derek y su hermana, muy buenos días y muchas gracias. Sí, Marie. Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, Government of Belize Information Service, Telemedia y todos los otros patrocinadores, pero muchas gracias por su patrocinio. Vamos a una pausa, compañeros, son las 7:22 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Ever since my mom switched to Diginet, my internet experience has not been the same.
My online gaming is on point. I can keep up with my online classes and I enjoy Netflix and chill even more. Nothing beats DigiNet's reliable internet speed. I pay only $69 monthly for my 5 megabyte plan. It's perfect for my budget. And you can even get higher speeds that's bundled with free mobile and free home phone for even more savings. But don't take my word for it. Visit the BTL office and ask about DigiNet today.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
Our priorities for the budget, fiscal year 2018-2019, are to continue to provide resources for investments in physical infrastructure, mainly roads and bridges, for education and health, for poverty alleviation, and for citizen security and defense. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we grasp the nettle with both hands. We rise to meet the challenges, and we will overcome them. This year's budget is structured accordingly, and there therefore can and will be no retreat from our signature pro-poor policies. No retreat from Boost and Food Pantry, no retreat from the apprenticeship program, no retreat from the high school subsidies, no retreat from the payment by GOB for students' CXC exams, no retreat from the funding of the second chance opportunities, no retreat from tuition assistance, no retreat from the plethora of full scholarships, no retreat from the construction of new classrooms, no retreat from new rural water supply systems, health posts, and hospitals, certainly in San Pedro, which we hope to fund from a public-private mix, and also from PG. That's the next priority.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 29 minutes after 7 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Son las 7:29 y ojalá y tu día se esté desarrollando a tu gusto. Y si es que por las dudas no se está desarrollando como quieras, ten paciencia. Son pruebas que te mandan y a ver si es que puedes lidiar con estas cosas. No todo es fácil y bonito en la vida. Tenemos que lidiar con las dificultades. Pero qué aburrido fuera si no tuviéramos problemas. Pero it's always a pleasure to say good morning and welcome, Checky. Checky, good morning and welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank God, I'm okay, Pa.
I'm so glad to hear that.
You know, and we have to thank God for lend us another day, Emmanuel, and that we can hear, we can see, we can feel, we can act. There's many people that are suffering from lots of these troubles out there in life, So man, you wake up. So man, you wake up bright and early in the morning. Go work, man. Go work. Go get something done. Not sit down and say, bye. The man say me I pass, I drop at least something. I drop nothing, so I go
Oh, and a lot of people are like that.
Yes. Yeah, the man say me I pass, I drop at least something, but the man no pass, so I just hang out. Go do some work, man. Go do some work. Get up and work.
Why? You're not getting in trouble for saying that.
No, man. You got the ability, Emmanuel. Then people could walk. They could sit. They healthy. You see this young boy where they go to IT vet, how he come and stroller every day. He in the struggle. Some of them, the parents is sending at school. They can walk. They don't want to go if they're not going to bike or if they're not drop them at school. You have to make that extra effort, man. Make we get up and work and, so you don't have to beg people for things. One of the beg people for things that keep you down, Because a man could pass one of the ideas and you don't have to look for you. All you could do that. The man never stop on this and that, but you can't do nothing. So we have to thank God for what we got, man, but make no fight.
And why do you think those people are like that? That they depend on others to give them?
And lazy, man.
Lazy?
Yeah, lazy. You don't believe it?
I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah, they're lazy, and then remember when we talk about all of the buses where they go to city every day, they go work. One of my colleagues just tell me that the other early this morning, I say how many people packed by the area there where Chendo has his house, by where the A&R warehouse is on, with that street that comes up from Palmar. Right there, pack up with people, the Guinea grass cut off, pack up. Right there, so the Carmelita, pack up with people, they go to city, go work or...
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever put yourself out on the highway and counted the amount of buses that use the highway, that are on the highway from 3:30 or 4 in the morning, transporting workers from Corozal and Orange Walk to Belize City and Belmopan? you would be surprised. Believe me, it's not 5, it's not 10, it's not 20. It's way more than that. And if you would begin to understand the amount of people who go from Corozal and Orange Walk to work in Belize City, you go like,
There is work.
there is work. There is work, because if there wouldn't be work, what would those a lot of people be doing in Belize City?
They never going.
There are approximately 40 or 50 buses bringing approximately 60 people each, a total of 3,000 people commuting on a daily basis to either do construction work in Ladyville or in Belize City, to do to work at Bowen and Bowen. Lots of people doing office work in Belize City.
Yes.
Banks, insurance companies, wholesalers, and Orange Walk people, and let's just say it, people from the north, are highly regarded in Belize City.
That's right. They are well
And
respected.
Well respected.
But they earned that, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much. Nosotros hemos logrado ese respeto. Digo nosotros hablando generalmente. Hemos logrado ese respeto y yo felicito, tomo tiempo a felicitar a toda persona que viene del norte del país, Orange Walk y Corozal, y viaja 100 millas, 50 millas, lo que sea, para ir a chambear en otro lugar y poder mantener a su familia. Joven, digo joven porque puede ser un hombre, una mujer o quien sea, les felicito a todos porque así se puede desarrollar este país. Les felicito que ahora que estamos celebrando el Día del Trabajador, el Día del Obrero.
Yeah, that's why, Emmanuel, like, you ask me how I'm doing, I tell you, well, I dey walk, I dey see, I got my 2 hands, and I have the ability for work. So, people make we get up and work, man, because some politician may mention that believes that the South Side they suffer because they don't got no jobs. No jobs, no there.
Oh, that's only political garb.
But there,
and telling me that that it's that the reason that there is criminal activity in Belize City is very simply because of it's an economic situation. Well, it may easily be an economic situation resulting of some inherent problem that is within the society. Because, good Lord, man, if I give you a job and you're gonna go work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday you not go, and Thursday only go half day, well, how you expect the person to keep you there? You know? And I will never come home because I never feel too good and this and the other. I wake up late and me too, me hurt me and me next thing you know, it tell you that you can't go back to work because a lady don't like when you go back to work. We go to work. Well, tell you what, make your lady maintain you.
Yeah, and then that's how we encourage the young people to go to school as well, Emmanuel, because yeah.
Let's go on with Delby.
I want to tell you about some job applications. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Chucky.
Good morning to you, Delby.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Emmanuel. Morning.
¿Cómo estás? How are you doing?
Bien. I'm doing okay, and you?
I'm doing quite well, actually.
Okay.
How is the weather
So
in
nice
San
and-
Pedro? I trust.
Yes, it's drizzling a little bit right now.
Really?
What?
Now it's starting to drizzle, slight drizzling now. The sun is peeping out, but we just have a
Which
bit of
means that
drizzling just
maybe
now.
this afternoon we may have a little shower here in the inland areas.
Probably, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, so.
¿Qué tienes preparado para nosotros hoy? De forma de inspiración.
Okay. All right. This one I have is entitled Eat with Grace.
Aged with grace?
Aged, yeah, Dad, yes.
Okay.
Like to get older, aged with grace.
Okay.
Yes. In the wake of her youth, you enjoyed and engulfed in her beauty. You found passion and thought she was beautiful, even if her hair was pointing in all directions, and the aroma of morning breath did nothing to dissuade you from hugging her and reminding her she's your all. A couple years went by, stretch marks after 5 children, your children, had taken residence on what is now her many curves. And then you look at her and secretly wonder in your mind, what has time done to her? When elasticity is lost and most things move toward gravitational pull. A couple more years went by and you started to see white hairs among a garden of black. Her sight need enhancement, as with time the muscles in her eyes started to become slack, and glasses she does need. What was skin stretched out so fashionably have now gathered in particular places. She ages. You look at her, wondering, where did she go? She aged. You finally took the courage to look in the mirror and notice that spots on your head where hair used to be can see no more. Where once were muscles, strong muscles, now is gathering of meat that you can't seem to hold up anymore. And you stand up in front of the mirror, realizing that you can't stand up for too long. You went to find her, embrace her the way you used to, for you've had it all wrong. If you'd get to do it all over again with her, you'd pay the wage. Thanking God you've made it so far, growing old together as together you aged.
I think that this this poem is quite apropos for this month of May, when because even though some people would want to refer to it as your partner, your wife, you can easily take it to be your mother or your grandmother.
This poem was actually written, I guess, inspired a bit by my parents. You know, like after, you know, you're young, you're growing up, and when you reach a certain age, a lot of the things that you could have done, used to do, you can't do it anymore. You know, but growing old with God, knowing that you still have each other, you know, that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of people get married and they don't stay together. They marry this and next year and get divorced, you know? So, the age with grace is a beautiful thing from itself.
And I just like to quickly share, since we're talking about that, is that I think I am one of the very few people that I know of who has, are you with me?
Yes, sir, I'm right here.
Okay. That has an uncle and an aunt who have been together for more than 60 years. 60 years. And I'd like to take time out to salute them and to congratulate them. Mi tío Mimi y mi tía Carmita, que han estado juntos por más de 60 años de su vida.
Yes. It's very rare nowadays that people grow old together like that, so.
Yes, very old. Very, very rare. And like the age, yes, but the age with grace.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daldi. I want to take time out to wish you all the best during the course of the day and always.
Thank you. Same to you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Delvi, thanks once again. Emmanuel, I was about to mention about some job applications, but we need to take one break.
Okay. We'll take the break. It is 19 minutes before 8 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sugar City Morning Show. We'll quickly go on a break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about very interesting topics. So let's go on that break.
Took center stage at the first ever event to take place in the historic state-of-the-art Belize City Civic Center. Thanks to the government of Belize, Belizeans now have a massive modern entertainment and convention facility to be utilized by all sectors of society.
I have gone on record to say as well that Teachers' Day this year, which will come in next month of May, will also be here in the Belize Civic Center. All 5,000, almost 6,000 teachers strong will converge here in the Belize Civic Center for a massive event. There is no other place in this country that can hold the kind of numbers that the Belize Civic Center can hold.
Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things, things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175. or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country,
You are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board. Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al programa Sugar City Morning Show. Es un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Es un gran gusto estar en su grata compañía. Y aquí comentando en ciertos temas que nos afectan a diario. Y tenemos una llamada entrando ya. Vamos a atender esa llamada.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Hi, good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Manuel.
Hi, morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
We're doing good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay.
No, but I just want somebody peace with this working business thing, I believe.
Okay.
What happened now? They have this gang thing. Then they had to know that they can't get job, but I know when they can't get job, they can't come out that like they in a jail in an only community. Because then like every street when they go find them, it's a different gang, then they can't work how they want. So you find out they can't get one job because then they have to look out, they are find this one and they are find that one. So this know that like they in a jail now, in their own community, so how they come out.
So you're just telling me that they're afraid?
They're afraid. Because then they among the gangs that they want the place to walk the street, you can't. You go that side, you walk that side, you can't. You know, like gang thing to know then that like then they in a jail. Like in their own community.
Yeah, they have.
And that's the reason they know. They get in that situation and they want to blame everybody.
Yeah, but
they can't find job, they can't this, they can't that, but they not sit down and realize that they put themselves in that situation.
Yeah, so they say they can't move out on the turf.
They can't move out on the turf because to every street, you know, every block where you go, you find one different gang.
Well said,
and
well
that's
said.
How it's gang.
Yeah, well said. Yeah.
So now they're like they're in a jail, but they not realize they're in a jail in the only community.
Yeah.
Because they can't walk how they want.
Yeah, very good observation, Carla.
Very good, yes. And I would venture to tell you that the problem perpetuates itself. In other words, once you become involved in gang activity and you got the tattoos and so forth, and you know, then the very system begins to reject you.
Yeah.
The very people who you would like to get a job from tell you, why but me can't employ you? You've been involved in this, you've been involved in that, I can't trust you. Straight up, I tell you this is what happens.
Maybe it might bring trouble to my establishment.
Exactly so.
Then
you might be.
The other day, I'm listening where they may post some commercial on the TV. Oh, we can't eat cement and we can't eat this. But if the government don't try to build one house, like try to make one street, how in the world, if you don't get a job, how you want to get the money to feed your family?
Yeah, because these infrastructure.
The government can feed everybody if they don't create jobs.
Yeah.
How in the world you want to work?
Yeah, because the infrastructure brings jobs. Carla, you could remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I said to myself that was a stupid thing when they put up.
Because you remember the story with the late Junior Balls, where they killed that Belize, and then his son made the change, and his son got get one job, start to work, be a nice boy at the place, and then go right the son and shoot the boy and kill her.
That's how they happen now. Because some of them, they try to get out of the city, but we have to still follow them and experience.
Yep.
Because they left and believe they go to Orange Rock, they go to Corozal, they go to Stanquick. The next one, they still follow them, and the right, they then get in there too.
Yeah, because remember one of them got hide out and change his life when he got the Roaring Creek.
Exactly.
And they follow away the Roaring Creek and any life right there.
That's why I want the youth and sit down and think before they get into it what they happen now.
Yep.
Because if they get into it, they have to realize the consequence when they have to pay.
Yeah, but then you see, Carla, I wonder where are the parents? What are the parents doing?
Exactly my point, because I think that the youth by themselves, they need help from the parental guidance. They need that parental guidance.
Exactly.
But the parents, most of the times, are not there to guide it. They just leave their kids. My kid, a big man already. He's only 16, you know.
Some of them benefit from the activities. They know they pick none of the work, but they still take money from it.
Exactly. Okay, good morning.
Yeah.
And have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. You see, Manu, that's a great observation, because like that one I mentioned about the late Juni Biles, he was killed in Belize City, and then his son, they got people women harass his son. His son gone and he gave a nice job, and the people in the work, they talk very good about this boy, they do good, but then one day they just gone and they gunned down the boy. So that caused violence to the area where the people have the establishment. So like what the lady say, talk to the youths and tell them in a straight up, Emmanuel, some jobs applications right now in Belize City. Some of the application are asking that you know to speak and to write Spanish as well. For you to do that, you have to go to school. You have to study. Young people, we need to change that situation. If you go and say, boys, I don't know if you talk Spanish, well, the criteria as a job for the job, you need to write and talk Spanish, speak Spanish. And that is not happening. So you make it tougher for them people, whether in that circle, like what this lady said. I never have the observation like what she said, you know. If you come out of that area, you're in our next area, they call it turf to turf. And once I see you there, I know you don't.
Since we're on that topic, ya que estamos hablando de este tema, quiero tomar ventaja de que estamos hablando de este tema, porque hay un problema, hay una situación aquí con nuestra juventud, y no solo es limitado a la juventud, pero con una gran cantidad de gente que no estamos leyendo lo suficiente. We are not reading enough. All we do is when we get home, and watch basketball, and watch football, and watch this, and watch the other, but we don't take time to read.
That's true.
The person who does reading benefits a lot from the reading. You are able to better express yourself. You learn from the way the writer uses words. You benefit from, you can, if you're reading and you go like, oh, I like the way this person who wrote this book uses all the adjectives, and you feel that even though you're not there, that you are there, or that he's describing a house, you can actually see the house in your mind, because these are people who write well. Now, we are as a people are not reading enough. We might pick up a newspaper, we might pick up a but we are not reading sufficiently. And I'm going to tell you something. I was reading a report from a school, from La Inmaculada School. Yes, I'm going to be talking openly about it, because I was quite upset that this was a report coming from La Inmaculada School that was so badly written, coming from teachers themselves. I couldn't, I was reading it, I go like, but how is this possible? If teachers have written this report, and they are teachers who are supposed to be teaching our children to learn to write and express themselves,
and they themselves can't.
And they themselves cannot do it. How dare you begin a sentence with reason being that this and this and that? And that's not a sentence. That is a clause. Hello? And the relationship between nouns and verbs easily overlooked. One is plural, and then the other, the verb is singular. And I go like, who wrote this? The teacher? But didn't the teacher, I mean, it's published, it's a page, it's a report. And I go like, this teacher needs to check and to review his work before he makes it public, because it look bad with the way he or she has written this report.
Yeah. And that is what is being presented to the student.
Yes. Another thing, since you're talking about that, is that in all honesty, it was a report about, and I think you mentioned, you hinted one day at that, about the number of rag days that are permitted in school. And I do believe that La Immaculada has 3 rag days per month, if I'm not mistaken. And I'd like to invite you to call in and to share your views there. But the report was to report on the amount of money that had been accumulated from the income coming from rag days, and the money was a total of about $2,833 and whatever.
That's monthly.
I don't. No, that's the total. Anybody who got a little bit of common sense, anybody who could add and subtract will understand quickly that there's something wrong in that report. The way it was reported. No mention was made at all of any expenses, so is assuming, or making me assume, that there were none, when maybe there were. And if there were, tell me what those expenses were. But if you have approximately 1,000 students at La Immaculada School, approximately, and this is the report for all the year from September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April is 8 months, at 2 per month, at 16. So you should, and let's say a total of possible 16,000, but not every child pays. So put it at 50%. That is $8,000. How come you only tell me, but you got $2,833?
Yeah.
Common sense. But again, I'm not telling you that I'm not telling you anything else but the fact that if there were expenses, tell the people that there were expenses. Because people are wondering, ladies and gentlemen. People are wondering, ¿y cómo es que solo tienen 2,000 y pico de dólares? ¿Y cuántos chamacos van a rugby? ¿Y 2 por mes? ¿Y el baño todavía no se ha empezado a construir? Pues, ¿cómo es que solo tienes este dinero? ¿Cuánto más tenemos que pagar hasta que se logre construir el baño? There were big discussions with number of families. And the other question is, this would be the perfect opportunity for parents to voice this concern at a parent's teacher, at a PTA. But as best as I gather, there is none. Can it be a convenient arrangement that parents don't come to meetings so we disband the PTA? So teachers don't have to answer to anybody anymore? But yes, I'm throwing stones.
Hard
And
to.
I'm okay.
Hard to. You're truly hard to.
Oh, yes.
Direct to. Yeah, but you know, like sometimes people wonder, I don't know if all the schools do their rag day in the same form, the same manner. If they report to the parents, what do they got rag day for? What is rag day for? Is it
All
for a
the rag
project?
days, the income from the rag days are supposed to be for a specific purpose, and that is for the toilets. From that, as best as I gather, you don't want to use the toilet at the public at the school. You have to go inside.
What? And so by these funds coming in from the collections of the rag day, then their bathroom supposed to be in good condition.
Well, you see, it is to build another.
Okay,
another what
they
you
are
call it.
construct.
The point is, how is it that there is only less than $3,000 currently in the account, with no mention whatsoever that you have been buying stuff? Perhaps they've been buying pinol, and perhaps they've been buying brooms, perhaps they've been mops. That is perfectly fine if you've been doing it. It's just that the way the report was presented makes no mention at all of expenses, and because it makes no mention of expenses, it makes me believe, or whoever, that there were none.
But it goes back to the same thing like what Darrell was saying with that check, Emmanuel, that when he sign off on something, he makes sure he has a purchase order and the breakdown. So if you could send note to parents and say, oh, okay, this month do they have this, you have to pay this for trip, we have to pay that for this. So when the rag day, when you collect the funds from the rag day or any kind of funds that you're collecting at the school, send back a note to the parent, man, and say, all right, we may collect so much this month, and then we spend so much. And with the one we may have for last month, say the balance, if we may have 3,000 for last month, and we collect 3,000 this month, I will spend out 700.
Transparency and accountability.
And nobody now question nothing. Nobody now ask
Transparency and
question.
accountability. Don't take parents for fools. Don't take anything for granted, and just put it that way. So, and you don't have to get into no expense report. We'll tell you what you should, because that money comes from the parents.
Yeah, man.
And they're demanding accountability and transparency when it comes to that.
Yeah, but before we go to other stories, Emmanuel, since we're there on this about this job thing, like what this lady called and said people can't move it from one area to the next, you got into the proper reading. You need to read, you need to understand what is happening. It brought up that topic as well. People that the city, it's hard to make people at the city get a job. But if you walk around Orange Walk as well, Emmanuel, we see a lot of young people hang out too. How they survive?
Bus, you may need that on a bus.
I don't eat for yesterday.
I eat for yesterday.
But then, so what? They hang out.
Help me with a little coin, no?
Yeah. They hang out, and when they go home in the evening, they turn on the faucet or the shower and the bed. They sit down around the table and eat. Then they come out back and hang out, and then they go back home at night and sleep, maybe put on a light, put on a TV. How are all these things inside the house if you hang out all day?
Because none of it is for them. And somebody's paying the bills.
Yeah, so we need to tighten up, young people. We need to tighten up. Remember, we not stay young forever, you know. We not stay young forever. And your parents or your guardian, whoever you're staying with, will not be there for the rest of your life. That's why one time, then people, parents, and then they're the ones that were bad like they're crazy. Because they know we're going down. You understand? So we need to tighten up, man. We need to tighten up because the jobs are there. The jobs are there. Emmanuel said, if the jobs they never did, any people never made, they go to city, just go hang out.
1,000 strong, 3,000 strong on a daily basis or more.
And we are talking only about the north. Watch how much.
What about all the people from the west
and the
that
south?
go? And the south.
Yes.
You know, when I used to live in Cayo for a short time, and it's pretty much the same situation as here in Orange Walk. The buses after buses after buses of Novelos, but full, ram jam full, like they would say.
Yeah, there is a Valencia.
Why? Belize City got one lot of hardback pan. Why?
Emmanuel, there is a bus.
No, this is I'm talking straight up.
I know. You're hard. They have one bus early in the morning. I'm not sure if it's Valencia or Morales bus. That bus passed through here like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
You know, people get up out there to catch the bus. Figure out Belmopan and
I know that. I live right on the highway, and sometimes I hear them.
Yeah.
At 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, boom.
I don't know what time them people reach back home, Emmanuel. Sometime after 6 in the evening.
8 o'clock, some
yes.
of them come in.
And they still
because if they work until 5, they have to catch the 5:15 bus, and it takes an hour and a half, 2 hours to go from the Lopan to here. Some 30 minutes to it, they come in.
Yeah, because some of them come away from the western border as well. Then they have the tour guides there. Well, if early, depends on how the Pacific and Central time is, because they go with the New York time. When the cruise ship come in, they go there. The departure time is with the New York time. So sometimes the bus they come in early because New York they're like probably 2 hours ahead of Belize. So the people have to leave from 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they come out 1 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock, but some of them go wait at St. Antonich. And when they come back and they have to drop off the people at Tourist Village, by the time they don't catch a bus, sometimes reach at 6, 7 o'clock in the night, and they have to get up 3 o'clock in the morning to go again. But they go do their work, they make the effort, and they go do their work. You know? But then, some parents no might want to hear that, well, we the parents have a blame too, you know, because if he go hang out all day, make it eat out there.
Si calle quieres, come allá afuera.
Yeah. So maybe by that, they say tough love work one lot, you know. They say the tough love not the best love. Because it straighten you up, make you...
It took me a while to understand tough love, because I could not understand tough love. I used to tell me, te quiero mucho, pero tienes que aguantar lo que tú has causado. And I could not understand that. I said I thought that love was unconditional. That love from your family would happen regardless. Y no goes aguantar.
Then time when that happens, you feel like they don't like you. You feel like they're against you.
Todos me odian, nadie me quiere. Pobre de mí. Andar, darse cuenta a tu abuela. Tú sufres las consecuencias de tus acciones. It's very straight.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yep. Well, Pa, it's now 8:10.
We go on a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with you. Give us a call, 302-2170, and we will be glad to receive your calls and your comments. Let's take that break.
Cosecha de caña de azúcar. Es recomendable realizar la cosecha en el momento ideal, cuando la caña de azúcar ya está madura. Así va a recuperar la mayor cantidad de azúcar con la mejor calidad. Existen varios métodos para determinar la madurez y calidad de la caña a ser cosechada. Síntomas visuales para determinar la madurez de la caña de azúcar son: las hojas se vuelven amarillas y se secan. Se reduce el número de hojas activas a 5 hojas o a menos. Los entrenudos de la parte superior se acortan. En algunas variedades tempraneras, la floración es un indicador de madurez. Midiendo el Brix del tallo para calcular el índice de madurez, es decir, para asegurar si la caña ya está madura. El Brix del jugo en la caña de azúcar tiende a equilibrarse a lo largo del tallo, una vez que llega a su madurez fisiológica. Con un refractómetro de mano se toma la muestra. El Brix superior se toma en el entrenudo que corresponde a la hoja más 7, y el Brix inferior se toma en el segundo entrenudo sobre la superficie del suelo. El índice de madurez es la relación entre el Brix superior y el inferior expresado en porcentaje. Por ejemplo, si el Brix superior es 18 y el inferior es 20, el resultado expresado en porcentaje sería de 90%. Para que una caña se considere madura, el resultado debe estar entre el 85% y el 100%. Análisis de la caña a nivel de laboratorio. Con este método, es necesario colectar muestras de tallos de caña para extraer el jugo. Luego se analiza en el laboratorio para determinar el POL, pureza y Brix. El POL es el contenido real de sacarosa presente en el jugo y es determinado a través de un polarímetro. La pureza aparente se refiere a la relación entre el POL y el Brix del jugo expresado en porcentaje. Una caña lista para cosechar debe tener valores entre el 81% a 100% de pureza. Entre más cerca al 100%, más azúcar se recupera. Una vez determinada que la caña está madura, se procede a la cosecha. Se recomienda realizar la quema en horas que presente el menor riesgo a quemas accidentales. Sin embargo, la cosecha en verde es lo ideal. El corte de la caña se debe realizar al ras del suelo, para aprovechar los entrenudos inferiores donde se encuentra la mayor concentración de azúcares. De este modo, aumenta la producción y el rendimiento de azúcar por acre. La caña debe acomodarse en bultos para facilitar el alce y minimizar el porcentaje de materia extraña, tierra. El bulto debe ser del tamaño del agarrón de la alzadora para evitar el uso del empujador o piler. El despunte debe hacerse en una altura adecuada para así eliminar los entrenudos superiores inmaduros, al igual para no dejar caña moledera en la punta. La caña debe de estar lo más limpio posible, libre de hojas, raíces o lodo, conocido como materia extraña. La cosecha se puede realizar de tres maneras: cosecha manual, semi-mecanizada o mecanizada. Cosecha manual, corte y alce manual, jarochado. Cosecha semi-mecanizada. Corte manual. Se acomoda en bultos que posteriormente son alzados al camión o tráiler por medio de máquinas alzadoras. Cosecha mecánica. Este ha tomado auge. Es la cosecha utilizando las máquinas cosechadoras. También reduce el costo total de la cosecha. La caña debe ser cosechada y entregada al ingenio lo más pronto posible a partir de la quema. Debe ser a menos de 36 horas para asegurar la mejor calidad. Durante el transporte del cañal al ingenio, se recomienda asegurar bien la carga usando varias fajas o cadenas para evitar la caída de caña durante el transporte. Al momento de registrar su viaje en la caseta, asegúrese de recibir su boleto del oficial encargado para que su producción se registre en el sistema de información de la industria. Estimado cañero o cañera, implementando mejores prácticas en la cosecha y transporte de la caña de azúcar para maximizar la producción de azúcar y de la mejor calidad posible. Este resultará en una industria eficiente, de menor impacto al ambiente y sustentable, asegurando mejores ingresos para todos, y así mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias. Una industria impactando la vida de todos.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with the cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
In the Capital 3 budget, provisions of over 43 million have been made to finance the following key infrastructure projects. Continuation of the upgrading of the Hummingbird Highway, $11 million. Continuation of the Belize Southside Poverty Alleviation Project, $4 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of new sections of the George Price Highway, including the construction of a new double-lane bridge at Roaring Creek, $13 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of a new section of the Philip Golson Highway, $5 million. Commencement of work on the new Airport Link Road, joining the access road to the PGIA, joining that with the Western Highway, $3 million. Commencement of work on the new Hallover Bridge, $3 million. And commencement of work on phase 1 of the Caracol Road project, $4 million. In addition, provision of $9.5 million has also been made for projects in the education and health sectors and towards our vaunted poverty alleviation programs. Mr. Speaker, I should point out that as we have done in all the years since taking office, we will again be financing our capital program wholly from concessional sources provided by our international development partners. We will not be borrowing any funds on commercial terms. These are the investments that will continue the transformation and continue to bring the jobs to lower even more the unemployment rate and lift lives and the economy.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Un gusto saludarles, compañeros. Las 8:18. Ojalá y tu mañana se esté desarrollando de forma placentera y aunque no lo esté, simplemente recuerda siempre, son pruebas de paciencia.
Someone sent a text pertaining to our discussion.
Uh-huh.
He says, "Good morning, Emmanuel Cheque. I think everything starts." Yeah, we good? All right. We're back once again. This thing he like go on like you know how they
fix it.
Yeah, fix it, not true?
Fix it.
Say good morning, Emmanuel Cheque. I think everything starts with the education and tolerance from us parents.
Mm-hmm. Education and tolerance of us, the parents. All right. Yes, I can see through that.
Yeah, that is pertaining to what we were discussing about this thing with the jobs and people, how people they behave, and I just
then I can understand the tolerance part because you say you love your kid, so you tolerate him.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So tough love is you love your kid, but I won't tolerate you.
Yeah, because that leads them into the wrong direction as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I could do this, I could do that, and I go home sleep later because I know and me leave my man left and leave food there for me to eat up. So I go hang out, I don't worry about nothing. But you want to make solid cement? Chop me on on that.
Not for $25 a day.
But we going to throw one load for make you go unload. Chop me on on that. Because I don't want to go home there and eat. But suppose you don't know if you stay, if you sleep and know if you go eat. But
thank you, Carl. Thank you for the person who sent that message. I guess the key word there was tolerance.
Yeah. And we reported about this Facebook thing that has been going around with one of the newly elected councillor at the Belize City Council, Michael. That's how you pronounce the name?
Micah.
Micah
Gooding.
Yeah, they say, well, from what we understand from some of the stories around, reliable stories on different medias, that this is not the first time that something has surfaced from Mr. Gooding.
Mm-hmm.
He has always been that way, you know?
If I were Mr. Michael Gooding, I would be embarrassed by the way he was portrayed in the news, because he says entertaining at best. But then he, after all the rants and all the raves and all the this and all the that, he goes right back into the loving arms of the PUP. So, in other words, he's just one more puppet making a lot of noise. Because at the end of the day, he goes right back and which means that all the rants and raves don't mean nothing.
But he says,
because if you were serious about his rants and raves, he would do something about that.
Yeah, but in this news item right now, he says, Emmanuel, quote unquote, "I have no apologies for anyone. I meant every word I wrote, and I will stand by it."
That's just him again.
Yeah.
That's just him again. No different what he said in the past.
Yeah,
So,
but you know his issue with that. He's saying that the mayor doesn't listen. The mayor doesn't listen.
So what is more revealing? It is more revealing of his character, or is it more revealing of Bernard Wagner's inability to lead?
You see, Emmanuel, for a mayor to read the right way, he needs to enjoy, to have, he needs to have the comfort and the support from the councillors elected along with him. You know, so if all the councillors are not in favor of what he's doing, then that puts him in trouble. Because he needs, and some people could say, okay, that 9 and then once I got 5, I all right. But that 4 could do more damage than the 5. So you need to have the full support on your side. You understand? And this gentleman was elected by the people of Belize City as well. So one time you are not listening to this person, I don't know what's the issue that he's not being listened to on. What issue? Because we don't know. But then he was elected by the majority of voters in this election of March 7th. So if he goes out, or if you don't listen to him, then you're not listening to that amount of people that elected him as well.
It's a reasonable
right
line of thought.
So he has a lot of strength, just like the other candidates. He said, "When will we invite the other candidate for the Orange Walk North on your show? We want to hear from them and not just from the doc. Or you guys just want campaign for Novello?"
Would you like to answer that?
Well, I recall that you said it clearly last week, that we're inviting the other persons to come as well on the show.
Of course.
You know?
Of course. But to be honest with you, Doc is the only one who has approached us to come on the show.
We never invited him.
We didn't invite him. The other person has not approached us yet.
And we just learned about those other persons.
So, hey, if you want come.
Yeah. Yeah, we just learned about the names of the persons officially on Monday when the doc came back here, because he was at the meeting, you know, and you publicly invited them. But I don't have no problem to make any company show, and I believe the management of this place has it open.
I asked that question already, and they said no, persons can come. So hey, what do we want?
Yeah, we are open to have all of them right here on the show, because all of them deserve to get the fair time that they need. But it's up to them to come. Like you said rightly, we never invite the doc to Koyano. The doc come. Exactly. And we never refuse him.
Exactly.
If the others come, we will not refuse them.
We will not refuse you either. We will not refuse you either. And something interesting is happening, ladies and gentlemen, because you know, my apologies there. You know that after you have lost two times in the general elections, well, the party that you represented thinks seriously about your capacity to win.
If you should go again.
If you should go again. So people are saying that, hey, we have to review the current candidates, the standard bearers in place, where at the end of the day, those people who have lost, like say in Central Division.
Yeah, like what, 3 times, no?
I don't recall how many times.
No, I believe it's 2 times. It's 2 times. But he lost a convention in Orange Walk East as well.
All right. So then we need to find out what is the current situation with that.
Yeah, but you know in Orange Walk Central, Emmanuel, that the persons that support the United Democratic Party, you know them people, they feel helpless, they feel out of place.
Man, I would hate to live in the Central Division because they know a predicament.
Yeah.
Then they in a predicament because one, in the first place, like I was speaking to just somebody last night, who evening because this person is not from town, but he's from San Esteban, and he's telling me, estamos jodidos, Manuel, porque si necesitamos algo, ¿a quién vamos a ir a ver? No tenemos ningún representante, por decir que nos pudiera ayudar con lo que queremos, porque al final del día, ese representante que está en lugar no es parte del gobierno.
And sometimes,
sí es representante,
yeah.
Pero y la otra persona entonces no tiene la capacidad de ayudar porque él no es un representante electo.
Yeah.
Así que son cosas que cuando vamos a votar tenemos que fijarnos bien de estas cosas. Pero muchas veces como fanáticos que somos, yo voy a votar para este y no me preguntes nada. Y ahí sí voy a morir y no me cambie. Y luego entonces sufrimos las consecuencias, mentamos madre, pero ¿qué hacemos?
And then you see, Emmanuel,
aguántalo.
Sometime the representative might look at us and say, man, this man look for me so long. And he did real up, and he just want to make a recommendation. He couldn't get that anyway. Hey, but that recommendation can be something very big in this person's life. That recommendation could be something to make this man get one job, to make this man get one passport or something that he would need that is very important for this person. But like you rightly say, who then going to go see? We don't have a central office for the UDP. No way in a central. They had one. I understand they put up a next one, but I don't know when.
So, as best that I gather, ladies and gentlemen, I gather that there is, and I'm going to be straight up, there's a move afoot to open the floors to see if there are people who are interested in running in the Central Division, Orange Walk Central Division.
Okay.
As best as I understand it. Because you've believed in this person, you've given him a chance, you've given him another chance, and it's time, so they say, to get somebody else. And that stands to reason. Don't you agree?
Of course. And each of them, we understand that they have the Dr. Homero Novello, we have Rafael Gonzalez, Mr. Ivan Leiva, and a gentleman, Mendes.
What's the name of the other person? Mr.
Mendes. So I want to send out a message to the persons who are representing these gentlemen, because sometimes they have people back there and push them. Get them to come on the show. Get in touch with us so that we can tell you when we have time available for them to come on the show, because they have their place right there. That is no kind of issue. They can come. He said, morning to you. I like to see if the other side of the school, he said the schools is a money-making enterprise. Why the government don't charge the GST? I remember my child didn't took the money for Rag Day and actually ignore that child for that reason. The schools need to stop this foolishness. I believe what this person is saying, that they never care the money.
Oh, and then you castigate
yes.
Because they said you no one get a report card. Well, How dare you for $1 because you never can, you never get a report card. No, I wonder who makes all these policies. You're getting your report card is a rightful responsibility that the school has to that student at the end of the year, regardless if you pay the bloody dollar or not. Sorry, but that is utter stupidity.
You sound like
how can you possibly enforce laws like these if you don't pay a rag day dollar, you don't get no report card? I mean, como si se estuvieran muriendo por el bendito dólar.
Well, if that better, the ministry just cut out the rag day entirely. Yeah, better the ministry just cut it out. If that's not the way that they behave.
Exactly. No, I've spoken to parents who tell me, Mr. Martinez, porque no llevó el dólar, le están castigando a mi hijo, a mi hija. ¿Ah? Pero, ¿qué tontera es esto? Y al final del día no me das un reporte de cómo estás gastando el dinero y simplemente me dices que tienes 2,800 y tanto dinero y no me dices cómo los estás gastando y cómo llegaste a esa cantidad de dinero. Well, no, parientes, ocúpense en preguntar y si no consiguen las preguntas contestadas, vayan a preguntarle, llévenlo a otro nivel. Eso es su derecho como parientes, porque al final del día, ¿quién aporta el dinero? ¿No ustedes? ¿No ustedes lo aportan? Hello. No estoy mencionando nombres, no tengo nada en contra de nadie en particular, de los maestros, de la escuela, créeme. Pero yo simplemente creo que si vas a dar reporte, dame un reporte. No me des un reporte, simplemente tenemos tanto y tanto. Pero ¿cómo llegaste a esa cantidad de dinero? Eso es lo que queremos saber. Okay?
Yeah, but then we have to hear with friends at the education department too, man, Miss Carla and Joaquin and the crew back
there.
there.
But I don't think they have anything to do with the internal running of the schools like this.
But they have to do if you try penalize them, picnic.
Oh, well,
you understand?
In that case, yes.
Yeah, but then the parents, they should go to the education office because maybe there are people don't know. Don't might know what happened because their duties is to look after the everyday operations at the school when it comes to the child, to the children being in school. And they know they get it picked, they know that a bad face and treat them bad because kids, when they go to school, in manual to make them learn, they have to have a clean, open mind. They can't say, hey, my teacher don't like me, and my teacher vexed with me because yesterday I couldn't bring my money for my rag. They suppose that kid and gave a test that day. You think you're content to take that test? You understand?
Does Child Farm have rag day?
They got a lot of rag day.
What is a lot of rag day? Too much?
I don't know if that's too much, but they got a lot. They got a lot. And I don't really...
And every time they have rag day, you have to pay $1.
You have to pay, but they say it's not mandatory. If you don't really want to pay the rag day, then you can make your child go in a uniform.
But then why castigate the child?
Well, I don't know if that happened there. Yeah. You say if you not pay, then you go in uniform. Yeah, that is true. They could go in a uniform, but I don't know. Maybe that person must be sending picnic, not in uniform, and they never pay.
The only thing that comes.
It could probably be that, right? You know. But they could go in a uniform and don't have to pay because it's not mandatory. You don't have to participate in the rag day. But they just say, okay, we're having a rag day. But that no means you have to. If you want, you do it. And you do it with your mind. Okay, maybe the school need a little help. So make me question it, man. Make me send me picnic. They got some people who got yet picnic, you know. Because they got grand picnic when they take care of this one.
Nothing against raising funds for projects.
But do it the right way.
But do it the right way. Give the people the reports that they need to view. And then they will be more willing to participate in the fundraising. It's just a call that I'm doing. Please give the parents the report that they deserve. Very simply put. And please, don't castigate the kids because they can't pay the $5 or the $3 or the way name because that report is supposed to come automatic, regardless of anything else.
Somebody want to know if Trial Farm School go an ice cream parlor? I don't know.
What do you mean, ice cream parlor?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've been there. I have been there when
but they're hinting at something.
Yeah, I've been there when they had a variety show. They have a little snack shop inside that sells soft drinks. And
who is it for?
Sandwich. No, that I think that's for the school. Because somebody works in there.
You think so or you know so?
I know. Well, I know. See, no, they're not got no ice cream parlor there. I know if they pick somebody pick, they were going to Trial Farm School, must not eat ice cream in their whole life yet.
You did joke.
They not got no ice cream parlor there, man. So I don't know what I call again. And they tell you the truth, man. You think I tell a lie then?
They tell the truth.
Why? Well, but the next text say, when will we have the standard bearer of Orange Walk Central for the United Democratic Party on the Sugar City Morning Show? That's left up to that standard bearer.
Well, I don't know. I'd like to answer that question.
Everything you know, or something I read it.
I don't know.
You're the soul like 007 right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's why I mentioned it already, Emmanuel, that we are sending out a request and an invitation to Mr. Rave Gonzalez, because we understand that you have put your interests to run in Orange Walk North. We're inviting you to come on the show, sir. We're inviting Mr. Ivan Leiva. We understand you're interested as well. You can come to the show. And Mr. Mendes, we're inviting you as well to come to the show.
If they are still serious about it.
Right. You know, and then, you know, but you could call the show too if you have anything to say and you don't really want to come. Because some people, I may talk to an area rep when the big election in the country last time, he say, you know what, Checky, thanks for inviting me, but you know what, I'm concentrating right now to be around my people. I am touching base with my people. If I get you with them before election, then I'll come on the show, but right now.
And if you feel that you know somebody for Central who could win, bring out.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, okay, there is none. We need a new standard bearer for Central. Any suggestions? You see, man, you're going to open this Central thing now and people they send a lot of texts.
Well, a propósito lo estoy haciendo, de joke by your side.
And the next one, you joke me. Now people send the text now and make you start to read them. Somebody said, Ragday fine, for what purpose is it? Just money making without a formal report is wrong.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We need to go on the last break.
Yeah, this thing here with standard bearers and so, Emmanuel, you know, all over the country, it pile up because you rightly mentioned about them people PG women to make one that nice and so, but like you said, we need to go up on break and we're going for our final.
20 minutes before 9, ladies and gentlemen. We go on our last break and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Things get heated, that's true.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hi, I'm Judy Hua, and I'll let you know about my DigiNet experience. It was so easy. Literally, they just asked for a few things like my ID, they asked for my address, and they even asked me questions that how could they improve their service. I won't lie, I'm a social media holic. I would surely recommend it to my friends, especially when we're doing our FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls. You know, our calls won't get dropped.
See you guys in a bit then.
For my professional side, well, I do television, so for me, we have to download a lot of files. We have to ensure that when we receive them, we check them before it goes on air, and DigiNet has made that experience easy for me. I have the 5 meg plan, which is wonderful because it's only $69. So I'm really glad that they did the promotion in my area in Kings Park. I was the first one to sign up.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
The first 2 phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first 2 phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta. We have opened literally a can of worms with the discussion. And we have been getting a lot of texts and messages when we were talking about the Orange Walk Central Division. And may we listen to some of those texts or messages that have come in?
Yes, sir. This one is not about Central, but this one is about a topic that we were on earlier. What happened to the money they make off the bazaar or fair? I remember when I was going to school on fair day, you, Mr. Checky, was the first band to play on the day, and the school were making money on those days. Now I believe the teachers is happy for that free gas money and toilet paper. Thank you for your time. Whenever you say this thing, stop laughing at them. All right, boy, this is a long one. I think I have to make you read this one, boy, because this is a long one. This is a long one.
Why? Because you can't read it?
No man. Like I say, I want to big up 7D Adventist School. Okay, in Progresso, as they have no rock day, but rather do plenty sales. And just recently, the school had a trip to Spanish Lookout for middle division, and the passage cost $5 for children and adults. And on the 24th of May, we are having a trip to Hopkins and Placencia. We would see the trip would cost maybe like $30 per person, but it's costing $5 per child and $10 per adults. So we are greatly satisfied with the school and always cooperate happily with the school because we give, but in return we are giving back, and it's far cheaper than the RC school in the village.
And that's a commendable position there. That is good. Okay.
You see, so that not all schools. That's why when they got anything but then teachers are so. We always say it's not all teachers.
It's not all teachers.
And we know that,
not
right?
All schools.
Yeah. He said there is good people, but that can do the job for Central. The truth is that the current person cannot win. That's a text
we have pretty much established that as a fact.
Yep.
But the problem is, however, when the person who has been running in that division feels that he can win, he can continue running, and that he would like to be given another chance. Now, that is where the problem comes in. Because, Christ, if you win one time, if you lose one time, you should be thinking about getting out of it. If you lose 2 times, for God's sake, get out. Don't consider going 3 times.
But then, remember when the softball game, I strike 3 out, you know. You're not going to 3 yet?
Well, I don't think we're going to wait for 3.
Yeah, what? So lights come on?
We're not going to wait for 3.
Yeah. Things are bright up here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Morris buy new lamp.
Yeah, the manager of the station by the name of Mr. Morris Kokom said that the station is open for them to come and express their views and talk to the people and tell them about their plans. But Emmanuel, you remember...
So this is an open invitation to people to come to the show.
From the United Democratic Party.
From the United Democratic
But you remember the doc mentioned to us that I believe it's this Saturday coming that they will be having a Central Party Council meeting, and that is when it will be decided on the final date, the closing date for all standard bearers of the United Democratic Party to be in place. That will happen this Saturday with the party.
And you must remember, ladies and gentlemen, re-registration begins July 1st.
Yeah, re-registration.
And it's paramount. And the PUP have already know that and have already issued a statement saying that all standard bearers must be in place by July 1st. Why July 1st? Because the people who become standard bearers are the ones who are going to pull the people out, and people go like el me sacó a registrarse que lo va a dar el voto a él. Now it's a very important thing when you have that support coming, when you get to know your representative, the standard bearer, not the representative, the standard bearer.
Yeah.
And people like that.
But
Okay.
why?
Our standard bearers should be in place by July 1st.
Why you need to make somebody to go pick you up to go register?
I don't know. The day I became 18, I went to do two things. I went to get my license and I went to register for voting. But some people just naturally do not think, and I cannot begin to explain the reason why those people didn't. But not all of us are the same.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But it's convenient. Le conviene al político
pick you up and
sacar esas personas y registrarlos, porque al final del día, capitalizando en su forma de ser del individuo, que muchas veces hasta ni le importa todo esto.
Then when they hear something, they hear
¿Yo
something.
te voy a llevar a registrar? ¿Qué también? ¿Vas a votar por mí? Sí, también, muy bien. Así que en eso capitalizan.
But sometimes they turn around when they see in a different color shirt. But I care him a register. So you see what catch some of them do? Left the people, they make them do them thing on their own. But
any more messages?
This one say people believe Johnny can be beat, but he cannot be defeated. But he can be defeated by the power of the people.
Of course.
Anybody.
Of course. And you'd be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, to see somebody humble, sincere, honest, really fighting for the true needs of the people to topple the giant and bring on down. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
And there are people who can do that right now, who look at 1% of the money that John has, but he can be brought down.
Look what happened with Hutchison and the farmer,
With Fonseca?
Honorable Fonseca. Hutchie don't leave.
Hutchie beat Fonseca?
Yeah.
Huh?
Unbelievable.
And a richer man than Ralph Fonseca you couldn't find?
Yeah. That's true. And Hutchie win the seat.
Hutchie bring on down. These are examples, ladies and gentlemen, that, miracles can happen. I think that as long as we got leave hope, as long as we push the right people forward, and you sing the correct song, believe me, things can happen.
That timing, Dopa. It's timing. Because you remember in the 1984 election, a young boy like Derek Aikman came out and he defeated the father of the nation.
George Price.
The timing. The timing. Big man, me got down the time. Dean Lindo me beat Musa.
Did he? No.
Yes.
Dean Lindo beat Musa?
Yes, man.
1984?
Dean Lindo beat Musa, man.
I don't recall.
Maybe not 84, but before 84, because I remember one time Dean Lindo me beat Musa. Remember I used to go in and out? Like one time Musa win, the next time Dean Lindo win. Okay, you remember when Humble and Poor Carballo beat Joe Briseno in Central? The Lelo that, right?
The Lelo is that?
Yeah. So.
Yes, exactly. So,
así
que, compañeros, póngase a pensar, si es que, y abre tu boca, si es que piensas que necesitamos nueva representación en Central Division, si es que necesitamos sangre nueva, si es que necesitamos lo que necesitemos en Central, entonces es tiempo para empezar a organizarnos o reorganizarnos, porque no hay nada que dice que allá nadie lo puede ganar. Eso no es cierto. Eso no es cierto. Scratch that out.
But you see,
no importa, con todo su dinero, he can still be beat. Okay?
You see, John has seen many of these things happen, Emmanuel, so he's steep on the ground. He's not taking anything for granted.
But on the same topic, so I have to tell you that anybody who goes up against John will have a formidable challenge, because John, they're on the road, they're on the streets on a daily basis.
Yeah, he said maybe you guys should make suggestions when it comes to Orange Walk Central. Make the people call and make their suggestion, man. 302-2170. You know, if you know you have somebody, well, I don't know who they could talk to right there at Orange Walk when it comes to the party itself. The party itself, because I don't really know that who run the party.
Well, the executive chairman, Mr. Migurbina, he's the one who is the executive chairman. I don't know if he still currently is the executive chairman, because after...
I don't know if he retired or still
after the last municipal elections, I don't know if he still holds that post. But I'll be honest with you, and even if that person would like to retire and they need to appoint somebody else, well, make her get new blood. You understand me? Make her get new blood and make her begin to ponerle vigor y vida nueva al partido. Pero una de las cosas que yo quiero decir es de que el partido UDP no va a ganar a menos que se organice y que empiece a funcionar como un partido político de verdad. Que si al final, porque al final del día solo llaman a la gente en tiempo de campaña. Y no oyes del representante ni de la comitiva durante 3-4 años. Y cuando ya es tiempo de elections, boy, te quiero ir a ver porque esto, el otro. Pero no recordaste mis cumpleaños, no recordaste, ni siquiera te preocupaste de mis hijos. Eso tiene que cambiar. El partido tiene que seguir funcionando como una entidad, como una gran familia. Tiene que seguir funcionando para darle esa impresión siquiera, pero el sentido de que perteneces a algo más grande, algo fuerte.
But talking about that, Emmanuel, check out, we got some text that we'll be bringing in a very short. Check out like the Honorable Edmond Clay de Lancaster. He has these bashes and these agriculture show and different events. But when anything that happen, he's there on the ground. And he bringing people from all the different villages in one place.
And he go on the radio station, the TV station, and he talk about it.
So he have it all about the people. So when election come and Castro go say, why me not see you for 3 years or you me there? Then also would he? Because he's amongst the people there.
Thank you very much. The party needs to function. But the way but the representatives and the committees will have to make sure that the party functions. You know?
Yeah. Someone said, I am a UDP from Central, and I support Rave for Central. Rave no got up in name. You see that? You see how things come out?
And that's a good suggestion. And if more people would come in and say that they're willing to run for Central, well, why not?
This one says, I think it's time for new and young people start stepping up with new energy and ideas and support from the old guards. Check this out, Emmanuel. We have this Northern Caucus. I think it consists of San Pedro, Orange Walk, and Corozal.
You mean a political Northern Caucus? Okay.
But then, like the Western one, I believe the Honorable John Saldiva is the leader or the chairman. Or
who is the leader for the Northern Caucus?
That is what I'm coming to. Do we have a leader for the Northern Caucus for the UDP? I don't really know.
Then we need to find out.
Yeah, I don't really know. We have what? We have 3 ministers at Corozal. We have the Honorable Pablo Marin. We have the Honorable Hugo Pat. We have the Honorable Dr. Angel Campos. We have 1 minister at Orange Walk in the name of Honorable Elodio Aragon. We have 1 minister in San Pedro, Mr. Manuel Heredia.
I wouldn't even know if San Pedro is included in the Northern Caucus.
Well, for the next...
I would believe it would be only Corozal and Orange Walk.
Yeah, for the next... No, that was in the northern part, but I don't know if it's still there in there. Orange Walk Central needs someone that has had a good reputation and has been seen by the people walking around town, and not a person that is hidden on a crackerjack box and only when election is close and need the people, you will see him come out for him to be seen. But I see a thing where just say, you need for the wrong people in grassroots. You say, check out what I asked Naaman Castro side man, why is it that this agriculture fair here in Mascal pull out so much people? He said, why? No say that the man on the ground, he gone and the radio stations, television station over the country, and he gone himself. You know, say, well, say nobody. You know, say, well, we are the committee.
I don't say gone, he come himself because minister was here with us.
Yeah, he went to the medias in Belize City as well, and they do the wrong thing that they very say. So when the people go there and they want to see the man and they ask can he talk today, then right after that they have the Cocoa Tree Catch-Up Festival. They're not him they do it, but it's his constituents. So he's going to be there.
And when the man done, he gone down and sit down wrong with a little table and he talk us with me. And it was, believe me, a surprising thing that he is not a person who has airs about himself. Hell no. Humble, grassroots, and that's why he is winning.
Yeah.
That's why Edmund Claire de Lancaster continues winning.
Yeah. He don't know a stranger to your people, boy.
No, he's not.
And you shouldn't be a stranger to your people if you are representing them. Names are coming out. Ruben Campos for Central. And this next one says...
Well, I'm glad that we opened this discussion because look at it. It's we've been getting a lot of messages, lots of messages.
I know I'm getting in trouble for this one because I got some people. But make I read it. Say humble, Kevin they come for Joshua, then for Aragon.
All right.
You know?
It's all in place. I don't mind read it out.
You know? And then I have one next one. Yvette for Central.
Well, tell you what, let's get ourselves organized and going and put up and may the best person win.
Yes.
You know?
We want Yvette Torres for Central. Well, if people are calling out these folks, if you're not interested, they don't go. But if you're not interested, they don't go. Because people they calling out. But if you're wait and say, if people ask me, I'll go, you know. Or if I hear they say, hey, we want you, then I'll go. Because, you know, Ruben...
But just quickly, I hear, and I was hoping that somebody would have called, but, and I'll take them out to mention it, that the person who had made the highest vote, who got the highest votes in the last municipal elections, Mr. Evan Williams, also...
The youngest, no? The youngest of the team.
Also may be interested in that division. So, hey, I like this. I love it. I like the vigor that is coming out. I like the fact that people not afraid for challenge, John, because they realize that, hey, at the end of the day, nobody is unbeatable. Nobody is unbeatable. And when you are on the correct platform, believe me, and you know for talk to people, and you know for walk the streets, and you know how to deal with people, believe me, that's all it takes to be to win an election.
You don't want to be one politician or a minister when people say, me afraid to talk to him because look, watch how he look. He always look vexed.
He look vexed. He look like he want to whap you down.
Today there's going to be a handing over ceremonies of the firearm simulator at the firearm simulator building, and 90 bicycles to the police department today.
Wait about bicycles?
Yeah, they will be donating 90 bicycles to the police department.
In Belize?
Training academy today, Thursday. This will be done by the U.S. Embassy. And the commissioner is going to be there. The commissioner is going to be there. Honorable Elodie Aragon is going to be there. Yeah. Why stop the laugh at Tabi?
I just got a message.
I got more message.
I got one. It said, Mr. Usher, checking Usher for Central.
Right now, I just...
But I don't hear you. I don't hear you, Checky.
Make you hear me then.
This one just come in, Mr. Usher for Central.
But I know see you open your phone, man. It's not if you want. It's not if some people want. If people want it, like, because if you want. But I'm gonna tell you something about Castro.
Mr. Usher for Central.
You may need a spectacle for say that. So. But you know what? The thing before I read their text, when we in job about this thing with Castro, I eat the tacos. I eat $3. I think they love me eat $4. They say, come on, eat $3 to carry for later. If we carry $3.
You look at scandal people, yeah?
Now who buy? Buy it down. Panales, they drop out a bag and all that.
I don't know where the time no Panales drop out a bag. No Panales drop out of my bag. All right.
Right, I gotta get it right. Power need for go now. I go in a carry a Puerto. Yeah, nobody can't go with a Puerto Vallarta, boy. I can't afford them place there.
You got a Puerto Vallarta.
I can't afford them place there. He said, it's great to see if the UDP have a number of candidates who want to run in Orange Walk Central. It clearly shows the democracy. Maybe there should be a brave PUP that should come out and contest Johnny, the land shark, for Central. That is a text, quote unquote.
I'll ask the person to, I'll give you the last chance. Please call back again. Something going on there with the telephone. Maybe we pressed the button at the wrong time, but please call us again quickly so we can entertain your calls.
Yeah. Somebody says to say good morning to Mr. Fortunato Noble. What?
Morning, Nato.
He said, nah, big up Nato, why? Anyway, para time before we go.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just giving a quick 30 seconds to the person who was calling to please give us a call. But in the meantime, when it's 9:09, I'd like to thank the production crew. I'd like to thank you, Checky. I'd like to thank the viewing audience. Muchas gracias a todos los equipos de producción, a Checky, a todos que están detrás del escenario, que hacen posible este show. Por el milagro de la tecnología, estamos en sus hogares. Muchas gracias por esto y muchas gracias por la confianza. Muchas gracias por la confianza. Y tengo un mensaje aquí más que acabo yo de recibir que dicen Dylan Jones for Central. Ok. ¿Ves cómo ya están saliendo las cosas? ¿Viste cómo ya están saliendo las cosas? Pero con eso, compañeros, ya tienes más mensajes. Quiero darle... I want to give it all the time you need. Go ahead.
They say on a serious note, we need to find someone. It says, any time up. And this one say, should I read this one or read it, man?
Man, it's only you who can make up your mind quick.
Panales for Emmanuel. Now you said that text, boy. Now you said that text.
Muchas gracias, compañeros. Like they say, with friends like these, you don't need enemies.
But I'm still a friend, right?
Okay. Un saludo atento a todas las personas que están cumpliendo años. Un poquito de humor aquí, compañeros. Aquí tienes que aprender a aguantar y esos son chavajos a mi lado que no me conocen y bueno, sí me conocen, pero siempre están tratando de provocarme, pero he aprendido sobre el curso de los años a mantener mi compostura. Muchas gracias por todo, compañeros, y les envío saludos atentos a todos, recordándoles que mañana viernes es el 4 de mayo, estaremos con ustedes de nuevo desde las 7 de la mañana. Este show repite a las 9 hoy por la noche. Me imagino que mucha gente lo querrá ver por los temas que hemos abierto hoy por la mañana y lo que quizás podríamos continuar mañana hablando de o la siguiente semana. Pero gracias por su sintonía. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Cheque Usher. Remember, folks, April 10th, 2019 is the date that we'll be having our voting
for the referendum
right here in Belize. Folks, I'll be having a little break tomorrow. The doc will be taking my seat tomorrow, or perhaps...
Where you going?
I'm going to Carrillo Puerto.
To do what?
I'm going to have fun.
Right.
I'm going to breeze off for a little while. Eat up some tacos and so. Perhaps the doc or perhaps Mr. Jones will be beside you tomorrow morning, my brother.
Okay.
It's time for us to go.
Thank you for informing us.
Yes.
So I will be guaranteed a co-host tomorrow. Compañeros, se cuidan mucho. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora. Ha sido un gusto.